Hey, Rolly, congrats on a great performance. You have never been fighting, you've never fought a top guy like that before, so you showed a lot. And obviously, there's a lot of top fighters at 135. Who do you want to fight next? You have your.
I want Gervonta Davis again. I was winning that fucking fight, and I just got hit with a clean shot. That's all, and that's that. No, I want Gervonta Davis again. I exposed his ass, and everybody in this room knows it. I got caught with a good shot. That's all.
Over here, Rolly.
Rolly, great performance. I think you should be proud of yourself. You did great. If there is a rematch, what would be different?
I just want to jump into a shot like that again. Like I said, I had him running like a bitch the entire fight. And like I said, he got a nice shot in. That's all that happened. He got hurt multiple times. And he ran around. He was terrified of me. And I doubt he'll do the rematch again.
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. So we just heard there from your man's Romero. And listen, I did a video yesterday, a scathing review of Romero's performance, and it's interesting because I had some goofies, some goobers in my comment section telling me, YB, why is it these days all you do is turn on people? Before the fight you were saying Rolly got a chance, and after the fight you call him a bum. Listen, like I said many times before, I don't ask these guys, yeah? I didn't ask Romero to come out and tell everyone that Tank was a midget and he was going to treat him like a midget. I didn't tell Romero to come out here and tell everyone that Tank was light work and how Tank can't do pads and I'm going to drag Tank to deep waters and drowning. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I didn't ask him to do that. He did that. Yeah, he put the energy out there. And therefore, when you put that kind of energy out there, you best back it up. It's what you best do. That's what you best do. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem. And the issue today is, no one don't want to take accountability for their actions. Don't blame the YB for calling you out on it. Yeah, if you took a big game, you best deliver on a big game. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. And the way Romero performed, he shouldn't have heard a peep out of him. He should have gone missing like Dillian White did. Stay missing. That's what he should have done. Talking all that good talk. And you go in there and didn't do nothing the whole night. Apart from getting knocked out with your big octopus eyes spinning all up in your bonds. Yeah? And then after that, to have the audacity to sit there and for us man have to listen to that. Us man who I've been tweeting Romero hard for the last 24 hours. I've been telling him, listen, you best send my coin back to my Cash App. That's what you best do, you bum. Because honestly, Romero is a serious gold medal contender for the YB's Bum of the Year award. Seriously, and you best believe there's been many bums this year. Bumelo, yeah, Oscar Bumdes, who else we got? Yeah, Bum J, Anthony Bum J Johnston, Bumillion Shite. There's a whole bunch of bums this year. So actually one of the most contested divisions is the Bum of the Year division this year. Honestly, I've never seen so many bums. Overpaid bums at that as well. And all of these, not one of these men take no accountability. Romero should have come out and said, listen, oh damn, I'm useless. I got shown levels tonight. That's what he should have done. He should have humbled himself and said, listen people, I'm sorry for all the people I told to put coin on me. I am actually useless. That's what we've found out. I have no chin. I have no heart. I have no legs. I have no skills. I mean, what did he do all night? Let's be real now. What did he accomplish? His jab wasn't even a jab. I think a lot of people get confused. Even Romero said, oh, my jab was landing. Did it? I didn't see it land once, genuinely. I didn't see Romero's jab land once. It was a weird crabby thing as well. His elbow was bent when he threw it. He'd throw it and his arm would stay bent the whole way through. When you snap a jab, your arm's supposed to extend. He'd just kind of pick it. It was really odd. It was a crabby jab. Had no snap on it, and it didn't ever land. He actually sat at mid... Romero does what all fighters do these days. They have no inside game, and they do this weird thing where they want to sit at mid-range and try and take no risk. Oh, sit at mid-range and just play this weird tippy-tappy thing on the outside. That's what he did the whole night. And the worst thing is, the minute he actually did try to commit, he got knocked out the first time. The first time Romero actually tried to step in, he stepped in like an octopus, half crab. He didn't bring his feet in, his arms were all over the place, no defense, no guard, chin wide in the air, and next thing you know, his eyes was spinning. And then what do we find out? No chin as well. Like I said, Romero genuinely has the royal flush of bumness. I've never seen someone be as useless as Romero. Genuinely. Honestly. There's no doubt about it. He is proper bum quality. A true bum. Of all the bums. He will go down one day. One day when he makes... You best believe it. One day, when Romero retires, you best believe there's a spot in the Hall of Bums for him, just for him. Yeah? He gonna be the chief of all of them. Proper useless. Proper useless. Especially when you factor in all the talking he was doing. He was on the pads. He was on the sparring. Oh, I'm in Mayweather gym, I'm doing sparring. I'm in the doghouse. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Where was all that? Where was it all? Big crab looking ass dude. And to be honest with you, for many years people have said to me, YB, why don't you do interviews? Now you know why I don't. Because did you hear them guys at the press conference yesterday, sorry. Oh, well done, Rolly, that was great. Rolly, you really outperformed yourself there. What? He just got smoked off the first decent shot that landed. How's that a good job? And that's why I can't be hanging around them dudes. Because all the dudes that interview people, yeah, they have this weird thing for other man. They love being around other man. They love sucking up to other man. I can't do it. Can't do it. No way. There's no way I'm going to sit there and tell that piece of shit performance and tell him it was good. If anything, honestly, last night I was that mad. Part of me wants to go to these shows. So I could tell the guy, Rolly, you was useless in there. I don't know who the man you got around you. This big, weird, funny style dreaded dude. The trainer with the dreads. Honestly, I want to punch that dude's dreads off his head. Genuinely. I'd love to box that guy's dreads clean off his bonds for him. Big, dusty, useless hood dudes. And the thing is, I said the other day, this sport is full of low IQ hood dudes. Romero's trainer is a low IQ hood dude who has no idea what he's doing. Because look at Romero, he has no clue whatsoever what he's doing. No clue! Genuinely. No clue whatsoever. He stepped in and his hands were by his waist, his chin was in the air. His shots didn't have... It was weird as well. All of his shots, yeah, they had no accuracy, did they? He had this real crabby style. His legs were crabby. His shots were crabby. There was no fluidity whatsoever. There was no IQ whatsoever. And the worst thing is, there wasn't even brute force. It was genuinely oh man. It was a definition of uselessness. Do you understand me? When you actually put it all together, he was useless in there. And the only reason it went so long was because Tank has also turned into a fanny. Do you understand? If Tank had been his old self and put his guard up, the fight would have been done within a round or two. Because what's Romero going to do? He can't fight. At all. He's useless. Do you understand me? He's got no chin as well. So the only reason it went so long was because Tank was fannying around himself. If Tank had got on it early, Romero would have been out of there. Because he's got absolutely no defense, absolutely no skills, absolutely no accuracy. Nothing he has. No jab, no nothing. No guard. He has this weird guard where he drops his lead hand trying to be Floyd, but there's no reaction. He just stands there getting clocked. He's honestly mad. It's mad that people paid pay-per-view for that as well. I feel sorry for any cats who paid pay-per-view for that. Honestly, it's fights like that is why streaming exists. Do you understand? Piracy exists because of what we watched just there. I'm telling you now, if I'd have spent $50 on that, I'd have been screwing. And that's why I tell Rolly, you best give people some refunds, because you're crap. Honestly, proper crap. Genuinely. I'm not a malicious person, but I honestly hope, Rolly, I hope he gets some proper bad luck. I really do. Because the Wolf tickets he was selling, yeah, it's not right. You shouldn't put that out there. Yeah, I really hope he I don't know, I don't want to say it on video, but trust me, I really hope he gets some bad luck. Real bad luck. Proper bad luck. I'd love for a rock here to drop out of the sky and just lick him right on his head. Proper. And that's why people say, YB, the fight was stopped early. You're right, the fight was stopped early. Because I wish Tank would have knocked him proper out. Cold. Yeah? That's what I really hope wish happened. Because the way he was talking, and now after the fight, the things he's saying, he need to be laid out cold. Super cold. Yeah? Delusional. And you can tell where he gets it from, because his trainer also. I've got a video coming soon. His trainer, in the same press conference, yeah, we was dominating Tank. Tank was running. We need a rematch. What you mean to say is, you want to try and rob some more of the fans' money. That's what you really mean. You got no intention of winning, have you? Because we just saw you in there, useless. Yeah? What do you mean you want a rematch? You just got sparked. Tank wasn't even serious with you, and he sparked you with the first shot about a rematch. What happened to people? Honestly, I'd be embarrassed. I'd be even embarrassed to be out there. Never mind talking about rematch. Never mind talking about how Tank was scared. I'd be embarrassed to just be sitting there. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd have to be out there saying, listen, man, you know what? This game, I was good at judo, and I'm just not good at boxing. That'd be the kind of thing I'd have to tell you, man. Do you know what I'm saying? If I was out there gassing it about what I was going to do, and then I put on that kind of a performance and got iced Stone Cold Steve Austin off the first decent shot that landed, and Tank himself even said, yeah, the guy, I wasn't even putting no power in, I just tapped him a bit. Placement. If I got iced off a placement shot, yeah, after talking all the talk I talked about how Tank's a midget and Tank can't do this and Tank can't do that, I'd have to sit there and say, listen people, I told you Tank was no good. I told you I was really hard. I told you that I was this, that, the other. And turns out I'm a judo player. And that's the truth of it. Rolly, Bummy, you are a judo player. At best. That's what you was playing tonight, because you weren't boxing. I don't know what you think yeah? You weren't boxing is what you weren't doing. That was judo. That must have been judo, because I'll tell you what it weren't. And that's boxing. That's just the fact. There was absolutely no boxing in there. There wasn't. Tell me where was the boxing? Where was it? Because to be honest, the only part of boxing you really did was get knocked out. Honestly. The only thing from Rolly's performance that resembles an actual boxing fight was the part where he got knocked out. I was like, oh damn, I've actually seen that happen. I've actually seen that happen in the ring before. I haven't seen any of the other things he's done. Facts. The only thing that I've seen been done in a ring before is someone being knocked out. Apart from getting knocked out and his eyes going into octopus mode, I've never seen none of the shit that he was doing in there. Not none of it. I'm sorry, I haven't. Especially not on a pay-per-view either. And if you don't agree, tell me what fight to watch where you've seen someone be that useless on a pay-per-view show. Just tell me the fight. I'm happy to come on here and say I was wrong. Give me a fight where you've seen on pay-per-view before someone be that useless. Because genuinely, I think even Ben Askren versus Jake Paul, and Ben Askren's a wrestler. So I guess that makes sense now. It makes sense why Rolly was as useless as Ben Askren, because we've got one wrestler and we've got one judo player. Simple as that. Proper melon. And it actually pissed me off. It actually pissed me off hearing the man say these things and then hearing the media not check him. How did none of the media sit there and say, wait there a minute, Rolly? I don't know whether you're suffering from concussion, but you're absolutely off your Nelly if you think you was doing anything in that fight. You was crap. Instead, Rolly's sitting there talking about he needs a rematch and Tank was running and they sit there and say, yeah, great, great, Rolly. That was one of the best performances ever. You're right, we do need a rematch. What? And that's why I can't hang around. I'm telling you now, can't deal with it. Ellie Suckback. Ellie Suckback loves to suck people off. And so do all of the other media. They just love sucking. No integrity. No accountability. The media should have been saying, wait there a minute, Rolly. You told all your fans to get rich putting money on you. What happened to that? You got hit with one shot and was knocked out. I mean, how can you have no chin as well? I don't get that. I'm baffled. You said Tank had no power and you said he couldn't do nothing. You got hit with one shot and you was out of there. Why do you have no chin? That's what the question should have been. Yeah? Because the way you gassed it up before the fight, you didn't tell us that. You could have come out, listen, Rolly could have come out here and said, listen people, truth is, I'm a fucking useless, chinless bum. Yeah, I'm a chinless, useless judo player. That's what, honestly, God's honest truth. Yeah? Rolly Romero for the last week should have been out there saying, the truth is, I've got no chin. If the first shot that lands is going to knock me out, spark cold, and I love to play judo. That's what, they're the key talking points he should have had for the last week. All we should have been hearing for the last week is that how much he loves judo, how much he doesn't have a clue about boxing, and how much he has no chin. Those are the only three things we should have heard for the last week. Nothing else. That's it, I'm telling you now. Based on that performance, that's all we should have heard. Yeah? That wasn't the case. We heard about make money, putting money on me, my fans are gonna be rich, about rematch, oh I only got caught with one shot. Listen, it wasn't a case of only being caught with one shot. You got caught with the first shot. The first meaty shot. Well, it wasn't even meaty. The first any shot Tank threw and you were stone cold out. Hugging the ropes, looking dopey. And I shouldn't, to be quite frank, I should have known. Don't ever put money on a Don's voice who sound like that. And people can take the piss out of my voice. I'll tell you this for free. Let me tell you, man, now. I guarantee you, I ain't ever, when I get in the ring, I ain't ever going out like that. I promise you. God as my witness. And I'll tell you now as well. If I do go out like that, you best believe I'm going to donate my whole purse back to the pay-per-view players. I promise you. No way. No way. There's no way I'm going out like that. And if I do, you watch. You best believe I'll be the first one roasting my own ass. I'll be saying, listen man, truth is, I barked at the wrong tree. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing, and I'm completely chinless. That's what. How can you not say that? That's the truth, is it not? How can you say anything else? How can you do it? I just don't understand it. But unfortunately, a lot of these kids grow up here, and their parents don't give them no discipline, so they don't learn how to take accountability. Do you understand? Rolly Romero clearly had never been given no discipline. He don't know how to take accountability. He blames, it was one shot. It wasn't one shot. You didn't do anything for the whole fight. Yeah? About one shot. About a rematch. And I swear down, that dusty trainer, please, Jesus, please make something happen to him. I'd love to hear something happen to him. Big clown with dreads looking ass. I'd love to swing him round in circles from his dreads. I really would. about Tank's a great fighter and his pound for pound. Are you joking? Your training skills are shit, and Rolly's a product of that, and he's shit as well. You're both shit. Yeah? Honestly, you are the Bumner of the Year award. People talk about Trainer of the Year. He is the Bumner of the year. You've got Rolly, who's Bum of the Year, and then you've got Bumner of the Year. That's what them two are 100% in the running for. Now, to be fair, it is still early. We have still got 6-7 months of the year left, but I'm telling you, Rolly Romero and his Bumner trainer, yeah, they're in the runnings for Bumner and Bum of the Year. Facts. And I honestly don't want to hear no more about them two. Honestly, please, if there's a God, yeah, something's going to happen to them two, and just get them out of it, all the way out of it. I'm honestly sick of looking at the dude. It actually pissed me off. It pissed me off, yeah, when people get robbed by them two charlatans, and then they're still out there trying to rob some more. Did you hear the guy? Oh, I want rematch. What he's basically saying is he wants to make some more money for delivering absolutely no value. The only value he delivered was to get memed. And that's all well and good, it's all great to have a laugh, but in terms of, I watch boxing for the competitive nature. But it seems to be in 2022, there ain't no competitive nature, is it, really? Fights today, it goes one of two ways. Either both men shit themselves, and it's a boring, useless fight, or one dude is completely useless, and the other one gets off all over him. There's very few fights today, yeah, where you see competition. Boxing's supposed to be competitive. Let's be real now. When do we see competitive fights? Like I said, either both men turn up and shit themselves, or one guy gets cucked. Tonight, Rolly, a perfect example of that. One-way traffic, useless. Valdez versus Stevenson, one-way, useless. Yeah? Barmelo versus Bivol, one-way, useless. Do you understand what I'm saying? AJ versus Usyk, one way, useless. Fury versus Wilder, that's an example of it being half decent, but even then, in terms of competition, in terms of skill level, yes, Wilder went all in, but it's not competition, is it? Because it was still massively lopsided. Fury versus Dillian White, another perfect example. Completely useless bum. Where's the competition? Where's the 50-50 fights? I think probably Charlo versus Castano. That was a 60-40 fight. That was pretty decent. Yeah, that was a good one. That's the best one around. But that's the only one. And Rolly was the pinnacle of that stuff, because as bad as Valdez was, as bad as Barmelo was, no one's as bad as Rolly. He's crap. Go back to judo, you muppet.